Hey guys, welcome back to my weekly Robinhood update. This week has been crazy. The stocks went way high and then they went way low. So overall for the week, I'm actually down $470, 1.37%. It's not too bad, but I was at some point at $37,000. Right now I'm down to $33,000. So obviously I wish I was more like things were back on Wednesday, but you can't control the market. So two things that happened this week. Number one, Tesla went above $1,000 per share for a moment. That was awesome. But then it kind of went back down a little bit, which is fine. I think Tesla's growth story is just starting. You know, we've had the Tesla Model 3 for I think 2 years now. The Model Y just started production. We haven't even hit the Cybertruck, the Semi. None of those cars have really come out yet. So, and I mean, there's so much. That's a whole new video. That's a different video. I'm going to talk about Tesla. So I'll skip that for now. The other two things that happened is REITs went crazy. MITT at some point in this week went up 150% on a single day. So as it started dropping back down, I bought some more shares. I was at 360 shares, and my overall profits were over 100%. It was crazy. Right now I have 410 shares. I did buy 50 more, and I'm only up 54% compared to 150 or 160. But I think 54% profits is still pretty good for a REIT that I've held for how long? I think it's been like a month or two. So that's not bad at all. Similar story with MFA. It was up I think like 40% on a single day. Yes, since then it's gone back down a little bit. I am up 16% total. I didn't buy any more shares of MFA, but what I did do was something stupid. I was going around the webs, the interwebs, and I was looking when MITT was up like 150%. People were saying, "Oh, WMC, that's the next one to not miss. You know, make sure you buy WMC." And because of fear of missing out, right? FOMO, that's what they call it. I bought about $100 worth of $100 worth of shares. I'm down 25% since then. And honestly, I bought this because at the time the dividend yield was like 80%. I don't know what happened with this. Now it says 40. But when I bought it, the dividend yield said 82%. So I figured like, oh, if they start paying dividends again in the future, you know, I can't miss out on this now. And that's something you shouldn't do. That's why this is called a financial experiment, because I want you guys to learn from my lessons, right? I did something stupid, which is I bought a REIT that some random person on the internet just said, oh, this is the next one. And of course, I didn't buy too much of it. It was just like a little bit. Okay, so what else has happened? Minerva. I think I've bought some more shares since then, and all it's done is go down a little bit more. I think last week, I was not down very much last week on Minerva. I'm down $53, I don't care. You know, I'm still very confident that Minerva will go back up to at least $6 a share in the next couple of months. I'm just holding for now. I'm not going to add any more to my position because I'm satisfied with the amount of money that I have here. But this doesn't shake me out at all. So Microsoft is probably my second favorite stock. And you can see that because it's the second most money I have into a single stock. So the reason for that is because Microsoft is relentless. First off, I love my PC. I love their laptops that they have. I personally have a Surface Book 2, and I love it. I use it to draw and, you know, edit some videos and stuff like that. So not only do I believe in their products, but also this stock is relentless. It just keeps going up, and even when there's blood on the market and everybody's selling, Microsoft might go down like 6%. And that's as much as it goes down. You know, I'm always waiting for like that next chance to buy Microsoft, but it doesn't give it to me. It never goes down as much as I want it to. On to Facebook, it doesn't look like it did anything. It's down 16 cents. That's fine. I'm not concerned about that. What about Apple? Apple for the week. Apple's up 2.5% for the week. That's nice. I like that. And also, I want to talk a little bit about this decline since my all-time high. I think I'm down $3,000 and some change since my all-time high. There's no way people didn't see this coming. You know, you see this straight line right here, and there's no way it was going to keep going. You know, eventually the stock market needs to breathe a little bit, It can't just go up forever. So while I was making all these gains, especially this week, I was like, yeah, that's a nice sneak peek into what I'm going to have in the future, but I don't consider this money gains yet because I want to see what happens after the market pullback. I actually would expect more of a pullback because this is almost normal. If you look at the market here, it's still going up overall. This pullback is just slightly more than what happened right here on May 1st and April 21st. So next week we'll see what happens. I may be down some more. I wouldn't be surprised if I was, but I'm not too concerned about that. Overall, I'm still up 71%, $14,000. Man, earlier this week I was up like 82% and up $17,000. But, you know, also if you're new to investing and let's say you just started investing and you're down a substantial amount, don't worry about it. First off, if you're thinking about selling, depending on what kind of stocks you have, obviously, you know, I don't know what stocks you have, but if you believe in your stocks, yeah, and you believe in the companies that you have invested in, and you don't need that money, there's no reason to sell for a loss. I remember my first year, in my first year of investing, I was down $2,400. I started investing in 2018, and if you remember, if you're investing back then, 2018 ended lower than it started. So anybody who put money into the S&P 500 January 1st, 2018, by December 31st, they had lost money. And I didn't sell anything because I remember thinking, what do I need this money for? You know, if I sell out of this money for a $2,400 loss, what am I going to buy? Nothing. I don't need it. So I might as well just add to it, yeah? Add to the stocks that I have now that they're on discount. That's when I bought Apple at $150, and it went up 40% over the next couple of months. So if you're new to the stock market and you're losing some money right now, I wouldn't be too concerned if you believe in the companies that you have invested in. And I would sure hope that you did not put money into a company that you don't believe in. Like SPCE. Let's see what's happening with SPCE. Over this past week, it's down another 7%. I don't care. You know, I really believe that in the next couple of years, this stock is going to be way higher than, what was it, $14.95. Let me give you another example, MFA. When this whole market thing started going down because of the corona, I was down, I think, like 70% on MFA, and it was bad. But I didn't sell because, first off, I believe in MFA, and I didn't need the money, right? If I was going to sell all my shares of MFA, what was I going to buy with it? Nothing. So what I did instead is I bought more shares, I lowered my average cost, and now I'm up 16.25% for a total gain of $266. Imagine if I had sold for a 70% loss. So what I'm trying to say is that if you're holding stocks right now and they're down 10, 20, 30, 40%, or in my case, I was down, I think, 60, 70%, maybe even more. I don't remember, but it was down a lot. It was pretty ridiculous. If you believe in that stock and you don't need that money, there's no reason to sell. So because Tesla is such a large portion of my portfolio, if it's down for the day, my whole portfolio is down for the day. It doesn't matter that all my other stocks are up, 3%, 1%, 5%, 15%, almost 6% here. That won't matter. What matters is what Tesla's doing. And I kind of like that because I believe in Tesla as much as I believe in Microsoft and Apple and Facebook. So if it's down, I remember back when Tesla was down like to $300 just a few months ago. And I was like, man, I wish I had enough money to buy more shares because ultimately Tesla's growth is just starting. Like I said earlier before, I'm probably going to make a video about that later, but I kind of like knowing that most of my money is in one company that I really, really believe in. Well, it looks like that's it for this week. I'm down $470, and it's fine by me. If you want to watch me experiment with money, stocks, different websites, and see what works and what doesn't, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you. I'll see you next time.